So here we go, another Monday. We've had a great weekend. I don't know about you guys, but I had a great weekend. We'll jump in and hear about everyone's weekend, but I hope you guys had a good weekend. Thanks for, number one, for just being here and watching us. Spread the news, let people know, hey, the AutotopiaLA guys do a pretty cool podcast, man. And so, yeah, it was a fun weekend.
I had a good weekend.
I always look forward to when we do. I still can't help but call it quarantine cruise, even though it's now cruising PCH. But I got to drive all day yesterday the Ruffian Galaxy,
along with the whole crew as well. They brought all the other cars, right?
Oh yeah, but I'm just being selfish and thinking about myself getting to drive that damn Galaxy. And yeah, it was awesome, dude. It was me and that. Chris Ashton was in the '67 Mustang. You had Skyler driving the OG 70 Mustang. Drew was in the FIA Cobra, Superformance Cobra. And then I can't remember who was driving the Gas Monkey Hellcat powered Dart.
How about the GT40? What was it? Did that come out?
That one didn't come out. No.
That wasn't there.
No.
And the Plymouth was supposed to be there.
The Plymouth, yeah. And they're having, unfortunately, there was an ECU issue the other night that hopefully it's going to be as simple as a reset to it. They may need to replace the ECU on it.
Are we going to shoot that car before SEMA?
We are. We were supposed to be shooting it today, but because of the ECU issue, we had to hold off. But yeah, we'll definitely, absolutely.
Just wait and see if they get it, the ECU today, they get it in the car.
Well, they're not going to get it today, but they'll, Chris said he was going to call them today, find out, is it something that they don't know for sure about the ECU? Is there some kind of a reset to it, you know?
Right.
He said likely not. He has a feeling the ECU shot, in which case he'll get them to overnight an ECU. So there's a chance when we get back from our Bay Area trip coming up tomorrow, that car could be up and running again. So we'll definitely be shooting that. But I tell you what, man, and you guys, any of you watching us and anyone that watches the channel, you know I'm a massive Chris Ashton Ruffian Cars fan for a multitude of reasons. You know, I mean, I like the look, I like the styling of his cars, but my favorite part is Chris really does, when I say Chris, I mean the whole team, they build cars that are driver cars. You know, you think about that. Yeah. That Galaxy cost them somewhere in the neighborhood of $1 million to build that car.
Not surprising.
Legitimately did, you know, when you consider all the elements that make up what the car is. But I tell you what, man, driving that thing down the road, just mind-boggling how good it is. I mean, when I say it does everything you want it to do, the way that car, you think about how big of a car it is, the way it handles the road, turning it. I was even at one point driving down the road, there was no cars around me, and I just started wiggling it around the road to feel how it moves. Fucking car, the only way I can describe it is the way it feels driving the car is like watching a shark swim, how they how they like this the whole time. They're just constantly, and they're super articulate in their movement, you know. That's how that car feels to me, is it feels like a fucking shark on the road. Front? No, I think you could be right. That I can't remember exactly.
But it has some wide ass tires, bigger than 305s.
Yeah. Well over 300 up front and definitely out back.
That's the only one I've been in. I've never been in any of the Ruffian cars, but I got a ride in that one.
Oh, wow.
And it's badass, yeah.
Yeah, it's so fun to drive that car, man. And that, you know, that we have the friendship we do where Chris, it was really funny. I talked to him on Saturday, and that was when he told me that the 35, they had the ECU issue. So he was really bummed that he wasn't able to take it out to the cruise yesterday. You know, because the plan was to take out all five of the Ruffian cars.
Oh, that's flexing.
Yeah. He wanted to pull up in all 5 cars.
I don't think I've ever seen a Ruffian car like on
the streets.
Just turned on. I've seen them like parked.
Oh, you've never seen?
I've never seen it.
I
mean, the only one I saw the Galaxy.
See what they do, what he did with it out front on his street before he shipped it. He was doing some donuts and
well, on accident.
Well, the donut was an accidental donut. That was showing just how much you get no grip out of race tires. You know, those are full race slicks on.
And I'm sure he didn't race them around or build up heat.
Heat them up,
Did he get new tires? Because I know you said
Not yet.
Because I know you said the only way we're going to shoot it is if he has new tires or we go to a track.
Or we heat him up. He had the warmers.
So the other thing he came up with is he does have tire warmers like you see on any
F1
race car.
cars.
Okay.
Yep. So he's gonna, when we do the driving in, if he's unable to get the street tires for that car, then it'll be putting tire warmers on for the drive. But that being said about, the 35. And so when I showed up there yesterday, he said, so what one were you thinking of driving? I was like, well, funny you should ask, dude, because I already thought this through ahead of time and I had my top 4 list, knowing that obviously I'm not driving the Plymouth,
Yeah.
And I said, so number 1 for me is the Galaxy. Number 2 would be the 67 Mustang. Number 3 would be the OG Mustang. Number 4 would be, no knock on the GT40, but that would have been my 4th choice. He's like, oh, I'm so glad you want to drive the Galaxy because you never really got any seat time in it. And he said, of all the cars I've ever driven in my life, and Chris has driven everything. I mean, the cars he's owned.
Remember over even at Dean's place, we'd see new cars coming in and out.
He had McLarens and Lamborghinis and
super
everything.
hypercars to
he's owned so many
gas
cars.
monkey rebuild.
Yeah, he's owned so many cars. And he said for him, that car is the most special car he's ever driven, the way it handles everything that it does. And it really does. It's that good. So I just had a blast getting to drive that. And
Did you lift shift it or no?
I never no lift shifted it because I didn't get there was only a couple different times we got into it hard enough to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And
it was surface streets all the ways from his shop to the quarantine.
well, from there to
the freeway.
No, from there to the cruise, we jumped on the freeway for a minute, and then we cruised PCH the whole way down to the second spot. On the way back from the second spot, it was all freeway driving, and then a little bit of side streets.
So you did do the second spot then?
We ended up doing it. Yeah, they left the choice up to me, and I was like, "Well, shit, if I get to drive the Galaxy more, it's a no-brainer."
Usually, Sean's out after the.
Yeah,
first.
I usually bail, and so do all those guys. But he left the choice to me, and it was like, "Well, shit, if I get to drive the Galaxy more,
hell yeah,
I'll fucking go anywhere with this car right now."
Were you getting thumbs up, comments?
Dude, watching
staring?
people on the streets are hilarious. Especially you got, for at any given point, depending on how it was going, you got me, you got him right there with the 67, you got the 70. And that 70, you got to remember, even though we've seen it a number of times, you see that car, like when I watched him pulling it around the building and he came pulling up when I was there in the morning yesterday, that car's just special, man. It really...
All of those cars have a wow factor too.
Yeah, so it was hilarious watching people on the roads, the mouth open look, people tripping out on what the hell's going on here.
Yeah.
Anyone trying to prod you into a little blip or anything?
So I had a mild one. And it was when I say mild, it was because the kid was in he was a young kid with what looked to be, I'm guessing, his girlfriend, and on PCH we're just past Main Street heading towards Long Beach, and I'm in the Galaxy. I got Chris in the 67 behind me, and then a whole lineup of people, plus Dave's in his car, Ethan's in his car. And this kid pulls up next to me. I'm cruising along, I don't know, I'm about maybe 50 miles an hour, and chugging along in third gear, easy to dump it into second and give it a rip. And this kid's next to me in a Honda, and he keeps like hitting it a little bit and lifting out. And I could tell he
You
probably
could just see it from the peripheral, right?
Yeah, and I could tell he had. I could hear the sound of the wastegate, so I know he had some upgrade turbos on the car probably. And he keeps like hitting it a little bit, and then sitting back next to me, hitting it a little bit, and I felt like the old guy going, "Okay, kid, let me show you what it's about."
Let me spank you.
And so I just gave it. When I say a rip, I mean I didn't really hit it that hard. It's not like I took it up and banged a rev limiter or something. I just kind of hit it in second gear, and here's the perfection of that car. I pointed straight, the car kicked right, and then came right back in line. But as it kicked, it was already gripping and going, and then it just straightened itself out.
So you laid a little tattoo on the pavey.
Yeah, and I just ripped it and then lifted out, and the kid pulled up next to me, and he was just losing his mind. And at the red light, he's going, "What's going on? Why all these cars?" I was like, "All these cars? You should have seen where we just left." And then he followed us along and ended up coming to the second spot and geeking out, seeing all the cars. Because there was still at the second spot, there was probably 250, 300 cars there.
Wow.
I mean, it was it was a badass day. It was
Probably the largest Camaro cruise-in that I've ever seen, of every shape and form and mod. And
I still need to go to one of those. I haven't been.
it was
really do,
impressive.
man.
How many Camaros would you say? At least 100?
Oh, God, I would say considerably more.
Okay.
Personally, I would say, because I actually walked the show yesterday. Camaro was the marquee of the day, the first and second gen Camaros.
Well, everyone in Orange County has a Camaro.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah, everyone.
They're all in Orange County.
There was so many.
Kent brought his that we just shot.
Yeah, Kent brought the Rhodium car. My brother drove down from Calabasas with his nostalgia car.
Nelson.
Wow.
Yeah, there was. If there was 200, I wouldn't be surprised.
I know.
Honestly,
I was a little
dude.
nervous because I thought maybe I'd be exaggerating, but it seemed like
I don't think
at least
so.
that.
Yeah, it was a hell of a day, though. I mean, there must have been. I would venture to guess probably 1,500 cars at that first spot.
Wow.
Hung out with the Hood Muscle Car guys.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
grills out
that
there. Yeah.
was wild.
They all call me Grills.
Hell yeah.
It's great. They all. I mean, they're yelling from across the
Bear
parking
Claw
lot.
was
Yo,
there.
Grills.
Yep.
That's pretty sick.
They seem to be accumulating more cars. They upgraded, I guess, into a place that's 2 times.
Yeah, they're in the same complex, he said, but they're all the way at the back now. And he said it's about more than double the size of what they had before.
Got to shoot with them again.
That's what I told him. And I said, maybe what we can do is try to get on a rotation where, like, maybe we set a date or set a day, and once a month we go shoot there,
Yeah.
you know? But a couple of them, it's really funny now. Like, with Blank throwing down the way he did and Lonnie throwing down the way he did, a lot of the guys now don't want to shoot with us because they know they can't live up
That's
to those
fine then.
driving
We
skills.
just let them drive.
That's what I said. I said,
Yeah.
have Lonnie or
Yeah.
Blank step in as the stunt driver, you know?
Yeah.
They can be in the video, do the
Lonnie's
interview
the
with
best,
me.
bro.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
right.
Right.
But they're, I mean,
And then let
He has
Lonnie,
no
yeah.
idea that we say that about him.
Right.
Yeah, so
I think that's cool, but even if they don't throw down or they just do a little chirp burnout or
You know, I've met a lot of
I don't
people
think it's bad.
where hey, we want to shoot your car, blah, 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 right? And then, oh, I can't throw down like you guys are expecting. Like they expect to do burnouts and
Yeah.
Well,
donuts
because
or-
those are our most viral videos.
I know, and then that's the thing is like there's a lot of sick cars out there that don't want to shoot with us because they think that they have to do that.
there's that. And the other one is, you know, I hear it from a lot of guys. As a matter of fact, that Corvette that we just shot on Saturday, which I thought that was a fucking great car.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a really,
it was a really
that
cool
was
car.
a super cool car.
Big pucker moment though, bro. Sean,
Yeah.
I know you
my
didn't think
gosh.
so,
but he
from our
did things that
perspective,
he did things that he's never done before in that car too.
Because he thought he had to throw down for the show.
Yeah.
You know, but he wasn't even gonna, because we're shooting his friend's Chevelle. I think it's this Saturday we have the Chevelle shoot.
twin turbo.
Yeah, so we're shooting that car. That guy told Tom, he's like, "Hey man, you should hit up the Autotopia guys. Your Corvette's really cool." Nah, it's not up to the standard of what they shoot.
Yep.
A lot of people think that, you know, and
That car,
even,
that car was better than a lot of cars we
Even
shot.
Tony with the
was.
with 1,000 horsepower Cobra, remember?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
thought the same thing. He's like, "Oh, my car's not good enough to be on there."
Dude,
And that's
Omar.
Omar, yeah.
Omar, I saw Omar from Hood Muscle Cars yesterday.
That guy's
think
never
that
going
guy's
I was like,
Strong.
bro, what's up with
Garage
shooting the
strong.
what's up with shooting the
Never
Chevelle?
happening.
No, but he said, he's like, but dude, you know, I don't know if it's up to the caliber of what you guys shoot. And I was like, bro, your Camaro was great.
I've been asking him for like 2 years.
I know, but I'm trying to tell you, he's nervous about it. And he said, plus, he said, I can't do like Lonnie and Blank. And so
the standard is just so high.
You know what? Then don't come anymore. We're done.
Speaking of Orange County, I was in Orange County yesterday with Zach. I sent you guys some videos.
Mr. Zachary.
But it's funny because he called me up asking if I could help him with some rollers. He's like, "Oh yeah, my friend's car. It's a C8. I just need rollers." Blah blah blah. I'm like, "Okay, cool." But we're already filming with Stevie that day,
Right.
and then, but I told him, I was like, "Nothing's confirmed yet. I'll let you know." And then Stevie ended up canceling, and then that's when I called him back. I'm like, "Hey, I could still go over there." Okay, cool. So we go, and I don't know anything about the
And
car.
where is this?
This is right after Formula Drift at the
In Long Beach?
In Long Beach.
Okay.
Yeah, and it ends up being like the most insane C8 Corvette I've ever seen. And
Which I'm not surprised. I like Zach isn't going to shoot like, oh yeah, my buddy's got a Z51 package stock.
Yeah.
C8, not going to happen.
Didn't really know.
Yeah.
But he said this thing is absolutely monster. So it's 9K RPM, stick shift, drift C8. I think it's the first drift C8 out there.
You say drift C8, was this the car the guy competed with at Formula D this weekend?
Yeah, he won second place.
With that car?
Yeah, with that car.
Badass, man.
Yeah, and he just won the second place the night prior.
Sick, dude.
And Zach is driving that one?
No, the driver, Matt Fields, is driving it. Zach was driving my car. And so the whole thing was we just took it out on the street, drove it around a little bit. We ripped it a little bit in the back in the ports and whatnot. Nothing too crazy, but seeing it like out on...
You have to really rev it, like the clutch in that thing, huh? You know?
Dude, it was so loud. It was just ripping through the streets like that. But seeing it like going through the streets and everything, it was absolutely insane. It was like a movie, like a Jim
You weren't
Connor.
tripping on cops.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I thought we were going to get arrested. Well, not me, but I was like, we're getting stopped for sure. This thing was...
But I think Long Beach
'cause it's
kind
gotta
of
be
is
loud
used
as hell.
to it.
It was the loudest thing ever.
So many car events and
And then, let's see, there's a flyby.
kind of like Huntington, maybe.
I think it's... But working with a pro driver and like directing rollers and everything, it's so nice.
Oh, I'll bet.
Yeah, that's
Wow,
insane.
that sounds nuts. I can't
doesn't-
believe that's cruising the streets
It
of
doesn't
Long
want to
Beach.
be on the street.
right.
Play it again. Listen to the beginning when it's like...
He's barely, he's losing traction.
Yeah, no.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And the whole, your body and everything is vibrating like crazy. Like it's nothing like I've ever shot before.
Nice area to shoot, too.
That's up in the RPMs also. Long Beach has a bunch of cool places. If
they
you
do.
know the hood,
A lot of
down there.
industrial space, a lot of...
Remember that
Yeah.
huge parking lot we just randomly
Yes.
pulled into and shot?
Yes.
David or-
With David, we're doing... yes.
Oh, shit, man. Dang.
Well, like this one, I just told him, I was like, hey, could you put it right here and just slide it, get it in position? And he's like, okay, sure, no problem. And first try, not even like trying.
Here, you want it right here?
Yep, exactly.
Did you see the one post where a drift driver, I don't know if it was Cletus or
What, the
whatever.
red Mustang, he drifted right into the parking spot.
Yeah,
I've seen
Oh,
Von
yeah,
Gittin
yeah,
or
yeah.
It was,
something.
it was the Von Gittin guy. Or was it one of those guys?
I think it was Von Gittin because I think it was RTR. But yeah, they had a parking space just put in the, painted. He comes hauling ass around a turn.
You could probably find it, Josh.
And then I mean, within inches, it couldn't be any more perfect.
like
Yeah.
RTR
And he-
Mustang drifts into parking spot.
yeah.
I mean, I think those guys, I would have to say, arguably, the drift guys and rally drivers, they have the best car control of anyone. They're because they're driving out of control and controlling it.
I'll put Cletus McFarland maybe.
I mean, I think it's
Yeah, I mean, we were driving and we were going through a turn, and midway through the turn, I told him, I was like, hey, can you drift this? And he just instantly, not even a problem.
Yeah.
And anything I told him, like, put it here, put it there, no issue at all.
Yeah.
And like when we were having lunch afterwards, he was describing how detailed he is. He's just telling us on how the car is like, yeah, this track, it's a lot of stop and go. So I have to stiffen it up so the front end doesn't go down. Because I know if I do this at a certain turn, my right front end is going to be dropping a little bit more. I don't want that. All these small little details that you're only going to get with unlimited amount of seat time on there.
Sure.
I would never even know.
Crazy.
You have the video of him. Oh, I want to see
Can't
this.
find it.
Oh, that's on Facebook.
I saw it on the TikTok. Oh, that's it. Yeah.
All right,
No,
guys,
no,
well, it's
no.
month of freedom. So we're trying to step up our level of freedom from here. We're trying to
This might be the one where he crashed.
Right here, so he doesn't clip the big block. No, he can't. There we go. Now
There's the parking
that's
space.
what I call a hard park. You got a side.
Let's see.
Okay, here it is. Yeah.
No, he hit something, doesn't he?
No, he.
Wow, this is a lot scarier.
No, I think this is the one where he crashes, bro. This is not the one where they had someone do it perfectly.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
crashes.
he crashes this.
He hit something.
See, but they're trying to drift it into that spot.
Yeah, sure.
We should do that.
I thought it was Von Gittin.
I'll
who
find it. I'll find it.
Ultimately,
Yeah. Speaking of, obviously Formula D just happened over the weekend, and we'll kind of backstep it a little bit because I thought it was interesting knowing that was happening. Larry Chen is putting on an event of, if I remember correctly, I think it was Friday night. It could have been Thursday night. I might be wrong, but it's a lead up to Formula D, and he put out a video, kind of a plea of a sort to please don't ruin this event, because there's been recently, I mean, we've gone from the street takeovers, which has kind of been, for the most part, I mean, I don't know how to say this and not sound shitty about it, but for the most part, those have remained some semi-hood based, I'll say, right?
Yeah.
The street takeovers. It's not like they're doing it in Beverly Hills and Hollywood and stuff like that. It's typically in more of a hood industrial type space, right? And bad enough. I'm not a fan of the street takeovers because I think
people are getting hit and throwing.
Yeah, for sure. So there's all kinds of bullshit that goes down. But recently, there's some huge events being taken over by these mobs. Like I heard about it. I wasn't there, but up in Monterey,
Yep.
a full
Monterey Car Week.
like to where
What kind of mob are you talking about in Monterey Car Week though?
It's like young kids.
thousands of young kids.
but with like supercars and shit.
No,
They come down to
on
spectate.
foot come down to spectate, and they completely take over, and it's like cars are getting damaged, and then you make
They
it
block
worse.
the streets with, I don't know, hundreds and hundreds of people, all with their cell phones
Where you
out,
have to kill the event.
And then how
all
do they know?
encouraging people to rev, to do a burnout down a lot, space barely big
You had a
enough
couple
for the
thousand
car.
people
And this
lined
is
up,
like a
and
setup group, like an Antifa group of kids
I don't
that
know how they
like
come.
they all have like, you know what I'm talking about? Like they're all gonna meet up here at this time and go
no,
there.
but it
and,
sounds like it's organized
Yeah,
at some
organized,
level.
yeah.
For sure.
Somehow they
For sure.
communicate it, but yeah.
I mean, not hard with social media, obviously. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? To put together a group of thousands of kids to show up at an event, and
It's
and
so
I'm
dense,
sure they're
you
just
can't
trying.
get a cop in there.
yeah.
Seriously.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, cops can't even make their way in to stop it. So it ends. What
This
it
is
ends
gonna
up.
ruin shit for everybody. Is what it's gonna do.
Well,
They're gonna
that's
start
what
doing
Larry
drone attacks on
Chen's.
us.
That's what Larry Chen's plea was please don't kill this event by having a mob takeover. But the one where, like, I know it made a lot of social media play. I'm sure you can pull it up, Josh. Is Cars and Copters, which goes on in Huntington Beach every year,
And it's been going on forever.
a
You and I
number
have
of years.
been to it
yeah,
a couple of times.
Yeah. And it's a cool event. You have a bunch of helicopters that come in and land before all the people are there spectating. And then all the cars come in and park around it. But this year you had, leading up to the event, you got a helicopter that crashed.
So the crash happened before the event started.
It happened
Holy
on
fuck.
Saturday.
I just end the event right
it
there.
It lost its
Helicopter
tail rotor.
crashed. We're not doing the event anymore, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it lost its rear
rotor.
The rear rotor.
You have a video,
and
Josh?
now the helicopter. Yeah, here we go. And then the helicopter
It was
just
the palm trees that probably helped
save the guy's
save
life, I'm
everyone.
sure. Like, look, it's just another chopper about to land and set up for the event. And there's spectators, obviously, but it's not the event itself yet.
Who's air traffic controlling this thing, though? Or
People on the ground.
Look, Kyle.
But yeah, it's not an air traffic control.
Oh my
problem.
God,
See the
bro!
part
Can you
that
imagine?
flew off?
Can you imagine
see
just
the
go,
part?
oh, that's
Those
the
palm
best video
trees
I've
help-
ever seen. That was the best video.
That helped to save that guy because apparently
It landed on a kid.
It landed on a kid, and that kid's in fucked up condition, bro.
But keep your eye on the tail rotor, and you'll see a part fly off, and then he lost complete. Or maybe it was failing before he started spinning.
You see a bunch of black smoke come out the back too.
I mean, right there it starts going.
Yep, there it goes. He already lost it at that point.
Isn't that crazy, man?
Yeah, Josh, remember that one time you wanted to get in a helicopter when we went to that Camarillo
me?
show?
Me?
Yeah, you were forcing
Us.
me. You were
Us.
no.
Okay,
no.
right.
There it is, right there.
Yeah.
Can you
can see
imagine
the
you're just
part.
going for a walk and that thing just smashes you in the head, bro?
Right?
Yeah, dude. What's crazy is seeing videos from the people on the bridge. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that shit landed on a kid, bro.
So now this happens, right? Which already at that
my
point, I'm kind
God.
of surprised they didn't shut the event down for the weekend. But do you have any footage, Josh, that shows? Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
my God,
There you
look at
go. And so what you have, unfortunately, is owners of cars that now play along with it. And oh yeah, I'll do a burnout, I'll do a rev, I'll do
Yeah,
this,
all
I'll do
these
that, and
people
they
are
get
here.
these kids all jacked
Look at
up.
all these kids running, bro.
What are
They're
you going to
such
do
gooners.
here? And how are you going to get any cops?
But some of them may not even be cars from the venue also,
for sure,
right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, all the regular traffic in the back.
I mean, to be honest with you, none of those cars look like they would be. I mean, the Cars and Copter events brings out like big dollar supercars.
Yeah,
and
these are
stuff.
like just
Koenigseggs and Paganis and shit. You know,
Did someone crash?
It kind of looked like it, but maybe it was more shadowing than anything else, bro.
No, these kids are all TikTok gooners, is what they are.
yeah,
They
and
all
it's,
have like Surons and they're ghetto and they like, you know. I'm being honest. That's what those kids
no,
are.
I know, I agree, man. And it's unfortunately, it's really causing harm to, you know, because I think of on the personal side, we're directly related with Cruise and PCH. Cruise and PCH this last year didn't do Cars and Copters. The same group of people that put on Cars and Copters ended up wanting to do a hot rod and copters thing, and so they called it
Hot rods and
helos,
helo-
hot rods and
yeah,
helos.
Yeah.
You know, and the Cruise and PCH guys got involved because it's like, how many hot rods do you want? And we'll get them all out here
Yeah.
easily. And that event was awesome last year. I mean, it was such a cool, successful
It
event.
was super
And
mellow.
now you think, what the fuck? If that event's going to try to happen and you're going to have thousands of kids that show up.
I think
I
what
mean-
didn't help too is like the sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
is that helicopter crash was like nationwide. Look at this. Oh, it's for this event. You know what I mean?
The
So
wreckage was
for sure.
left.
So everyone
until the
people
on
event
probably-
social
stopped.
media is like, oh, this is going on. Oh, okay, they discovered it, and then they go over there.
How many
Yeah.
helicopters are going to crash before we stop flying helicopters, though? Okay, because I'm gonna be honest, I've seen a lot of them crash, bro.
You've seen a lot of them. Okay,
More than airplanes. No helicopters.
how many? You're not even seeing it.
Listen,
though.
bro.
Don't know about
Stevie
that.
Stevie Ray Vaughan, right? That was helicopter.
Well, that was also the helicopter pilot fucking around
Taking
and
off
wanting
in
to
fog, didn't he?
take a shot. Wasn't it the one? Oh no, I've got it wrong. The Randy Rhodes one was when
Oh,
they
there's
did
multiple.
a
See,
yeah.
Kobe.
That one was when they did a dive bomb towards the
But,
bus.
but yeah, the guy didn't follow
it's
good
like- it's like-
judgment. He wanted to get Kobe to the event, right? His daughter's practice, and he drove through such thick fog. I was at Supercar Sunday when that happened.
Yeah, they were recommending that he doesn't fly, and he said, "I'll be able to make
And
it."
then what happened here?
Which one? This one, the helicopter or the Cars and
Mechanical
Copters?
failure.
Mechanical.
Yeah, that was a mechanical fail.
It's like
No.
it's like sport bikes. You know, a lot of they crash a lot, but most of the time it's user error. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's a high percentage is the reality, dude. You got to. I mean, I know you're one of those guys that's a little afraid to fly.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you fly, but you're not comfortable with
Yeah.
it. Statistically, I mean, just going purely off of statistics, you have a higher likelihood of injuring yourself and dying walking across the floor of your house than you do crashing and dying in an airplane. Just statistically. As far as people that are walking across the room, they trip, they fall, they break their head and they die, or they get a serious injury. There's a higher likelihood of that happening than there is you crashing in an airplane.
Airplane, like flying, like we got to fly to Australia, right? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. We got to do it's commercial flight. A helicopter, shit like this.
Look, it says right here: is a helicopter statistically safer based on fatal accident rates than a car.
There you go. It just is. It's just that when you see it, it's so dramatic. You know what I mean? And I'll agree with you. We see more of it lately than we ever have before, especially like airplane crashes. You know, we see it more than I ever remember.
They had the one,
But still, the sheer numbers, and I love numbers because they never fucking lie. I love numbers.
Well, the military strike over Washington D.C. of a regular passenger airline.
no. What about the one with the ski team on it? The one that was in.
Okay, but think about this,
They
right?
went into the Hudson River. No,
They made a
the
movie
helicopter
on it.
blew up, and then it had all the Russian ski team on it or something like that. That was all that's all recent, bro. You know,
It happens, but there's
But think about how many car crashes happen every day, right? That you don't hear about.
exactly.
but they survive.
No, they don't. There's people that die all the time and you don't even hear about it.
Yeah, statistically, dude, you have a much higher likelihood of getting in your car, driving home, and on your way home getting severely injured or dead than you do in an airplane.
I think
that's why
too,
I get on an airplane and I typically fall asleep before the fucker takes off. It's like I know like the likelihood of something happening is so minimal, you know.
Yeah.
I think they say too, like when it comes to car accidents, you're more likely to get in an accident within, I think, a mile radius of your house.
I know it's really close
than
like that.
everywhere else.
That's why the running joke is people say, well, then you should just move somewhere else.
That radius circle unfortunately moves with you.
Yeah.
Oh shit, man. Yeah. So I hope that events don't get killed by this because there's so many good events that I like to go to.
And they're running the events great, right? I mean, they have the insurance, the permits to do it. Everyone's behaving themselves within the venue.
I think
generally exiting also. You don't hear a lot of, I think people do respect it. Yeah, a mile or two down the road, they can pop off, but you don't have control of that as an event holder.
Yeah.
I think that one, that Cars and Copters that just happened, I think that's only a one-time thing over there. You know what I mean? I don't think Orange County is going to let that happen again.
Yeah,
I
think if they have that event again, which I'd be surprised if it kills the event, although we are in California and
brings in revenue.
Orange County is like pretty strict, though. I feel like
it is. It's
Huntington
super
Beach,
conservative.
Though, is very welcoming to events like that. They survive as a city based on those.
Like the kid that got injured that landed, like someone's gonna sue. Someone's gonna,
Okay,
there's
but
gonna be a lot
the
of-
helicopter
for
thing,
sure,
you can't control that. That can happen anytime.
Yeah.
They have
But I'm talking about
insurance.
from the event wise, from all these kids taking over. Hey, you want to run that event again? Okay, cool. We're gonna have 1 million more cops this time and make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah.
they'll just be more prepared for it if they'd have another event.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They learned from this one.
But the hard part too is like whoever is in charge, I don't know who's going to want to take responsibility for running that event because say something does happen, like what just did, they're liable, you know? And they go, and the
Well,
cops,
they all
the
have
city,
insurance. The police department, Huntington Beach, is beneficiary of huge money from all those events, right? They're always
No, I know, but I'm saying like, okay, because there's, who was it? There's this YouTuber who was running, who put on an event. It was, Daniel Max.
To take what do you do for a
TikTok,
living?
yeah. One of his friends or whatever, they put on this big car meet one time, right? And it kind of got out of control a little bit at the very end. And he was trying to shut it down and trying to tell cops, hey, get that person. They weren't doing anything. Anyway, the city found out about it. And then they went after him because he's the one who hosted the event. And then they're putting him on
Did he
trial.
have the
and-
city's blessing to hold?
Yeah,
an
he had
event?
permits and everything. But they went after him because he's responsible for the event and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I could see
Well,
that.
You know what I mean?
I guess there has to be someone ultimately
To blame, yeah.
That's what I mean. So I don't know who's going to want to have.
But what are they
take
going to
that.
do to him? Or they can't sue him.
They were trying to hit him with a bunch of fines or felony or something like that. Something crazy where it's like, that doesn't even make sense.
Funny, makes me rethink the conversation I had this morning with our new marketing team because I've heard it from so many people about that we should do an Autotopia LA car show.
Yeah, Griffin wanted to work on one together or do something like that.
A lot of people. I've heard it from so many people. And I started thinking about it last night. I was like, man, we could do, and I wouldn't want to do like a boring car show like Good Guys and shit like that, where it's a bunch of cars sitting around with umbrellas behind them.
Yeah,
and
but
like,
if it gets out of
look at my
hand,
car.
now you're the guy who crashed the car with 10 million views. You're that guy, and you caused more accidents by doing that. You're gonna.
But if we did, I wouldn't want to do it in a street set. I would want to do, personally, I would want to do a car show that happens, say at like, well, it's not Irwindale anymore because you can't do that, but maybe work something out with Pomona or with Willow Springs or somewhere like that, where we would be able to have a car show portion where it's people that, like, if they just want to show their car and win an award or something, do that. But then also, like, I would want to have a drag setup going on. I would want to have an autocross setup. I would want to have, an action-based car event because that's the bulk of what we shoot are people that want to go throw down and have fun, and cars are set up for different purposes.
It'd be cool to
So
do
I
like
think
You know
a
what Good
best
Guys
of
did? I think you've seen it before where they've taken K-rails and they made a U-shape and they allow the cars to go in there and burn the hell out of their tires.
Or we could team up with.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a
with
big
Zach.
crowd gather.
That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. We'd have to team up with somebody.
Team up with Zach because he already has Burnout Wars.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And he has the infrastructure already set up.
Yeah,
You-
totally.
You know.
Totally. But maybe do something like that where we partner with, I don't know, maybe even a couple people that we're friends with. Zach being one of them would
Yeah.
be great.
Yeah.
And then
Maybe
you go
get
on
Cody-
tour,
maybe
know?
get Cody
I was
with
thinking
Fuel
Fuel
Fest.
Fest was another guy. Yeah.
You know, and maybe
because you want to
create-
do it the right way, bro. You don't want to do ghetto shit.
No,
Yeah.
no, not at all. And I want to do it in a setting where it's set up to be able to go do the fun shit in the most safe manner you can. I mean,
Yeah.
shit can always go wrong while you're drag racing,
I'm
autocrossing, all
thinking
the
of that
different
big
things.
parking
but-
lot again down in Long Beach. If you had control of that huge lot, I bet you could set up something fun there.
Yeah,
Short
maybe
autocross.
I
I,
think
mean,
so.
you don't have the length for a big drag,
No,
but maybe just a standing still burnout. And
Yeah.
then you got to.
I mean, we'd have to put
K-Well.
obviously right now. It's just I've heard it enough times that I started to finally think about it and go, if we invited everyone we've ever shot with, we've shot over 800 videos. If 25% of those throwdown cars wanted to come out, plus tie it together with, like you're saying, Zach, Cody, maybe whomever, you know, maybe Holly with their a variant of LS Fest, but not do LS Fest. You know what I mean? But like, we know so many people that we could potentially put together a really
Yeah.
fucking badass event that's unique from some of the other ones.
When it's legit too, I think that'll make people who have non-street legal cars want to come out. You know, like Griffin's Rat Rob, for example, right? He's not going to want to bring that out to whatever event.
Yeah.
But if it's a private event, oh, okay, cool. I'll bring this non-street
It
legal
would be like
car
the
over
best
there.
of Autotopia.
You know?
All the best people we've shot with and thrown down with. You want to
Yeah.
see those cars in person? Come to this event.
Yeah, yeah.
Griffin's Hot Rod will be out there.
And think of how many of our friends also do stuff like all the different forms of motorsports.
Yeah.
You know, now get them involved. How about all of our off-road pals?
Steven,
Maybe have a
luxury
segment of it that's
freerunners. The whole
dude.
best of Autotopia.
Even just people who have
JDM,
Maybe a jump
BMWs.
for off-road trucks to come and
RJ Fab comes out. You could have them jump. Yeah, you could do a big Autotopia event.
Yeah.
Autotopia is a great name for an event like that.
And maybe
too.
even go worse with it. I mean, like why stop it big and keep going bigger? Why not like maybe get Lance from Thrashing involved,
Motorcycles.
and add in a motorcycle component of it. You know,
remember what they did up
I mean,
in,
like really though,
No,
you know, like
seriously,
because this is
yeah.
all shit that we love like
and then if
crazy.
you could do it at Cletus's place, now it's like,
Oh, holy cow.
Holy cow. You
That
got
would be-
helicopters, and I'm not going to that one. I'm not going to that one.
Yeah, man. But I don't know. I think it's something to start looking at and
That's the
considering
next
for the near future.
level for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's. I've got a lot to do. You guys got a lot to do.
We have a big trip coming up. We got to fucking
We do.
pack. And all
tomorrow
that shit.
morning.
Yeah. The next
early.
3 weeks,
Have we decided on a leaving time?
5 a.m.
That
5
means, that means,
5 a.m.
that means
we're
be here at
leaving.
4:45.
Wait, there's a lot going on right there. So 5 a.m. we were driving away from here.
Yes.
That means be here at 4:45.
Yeah, we're driving away at 5 a.m. and then we're grinding for the next couple weeks, leading
3
up to
weeks.
SEMA. Then we've got SEMA, which is going to be a grind week, and
We're going to Santa Rosa tomorrow.
Santa Rosa.
9-hour
Rosa,
drive straight up.
Every week it's another hour added to it. First it was 7. Last week it was
know.
8. Chris is
I
saying
know.
9
Chris
now.
keeps adding
Tomorrow
hours.
it's 10
Let's
hours.
just leave right now.
you guys, we got a 12-hour drive ahead of us. We got to get going.
What's crazy is that we're gonna drive, get there, and then start shooting.
No, I come to
That's
the 9
gonna-
hours because it's like 7 hours and 43 minutes, 47 minutes driving,
Yeah.
not stopping.
I know. We're gonna need
Not
food.
taking a
We're gonna
leak.
need a leak. Yeah.
So I rounded up
It's a
to
15-hour drive,
It's
dude.
a 15 hour. Yeah. Tomorrow's 16.
no, no.
Yeah.
You know what I was thinking about? Is on the way
Sorry,
back.
Chris, had to chime in on fucking with you a little bit.
I guarantee you, I'll
It'll be
take
9.
at least 4 or 5 leaks going up.
And he will too. He'll have.
Oh
he'll
yeah,
have you pull over. A
he's
bunch,
finally
yeah.
feeling why I need
Kidding
to
me?
pull over occasionally
That's right. I'm
and
60.
give no fucks where
I'm
I have
60
to pull
now.
over.
We'll get there.
motherfucker.
Me and Josh always get there before you
I'm
guys.
gonna bring a jug of water, or empty jug with me. We don't
We'll
have
just
to
pee.
stop.
We'll pee in the car.
Yeah.
That's filthy.
Yeah.
We used
Just
to
me
do
and
that
you,
with
bro.
Mickey's Big Mouth beers. Drink the beer, and the opening on it was just perfect size.
Pee size hole. Pee. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll just leave that
I've
one
only ever
alone.
done that one time. you guys ever done that?
What?
Oh yeah.
Peed in a bottle?
Oh, I've done it
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure, bro.
One time I was camping.
times.
Do it on a small private airplane too, if you have to.
And then you hold that bottle, and if someone pisses you off, you fucking twist that cap.
No.
Throw it out the
No,
window.
no,
It's a
that's
big
too
bottle
much.
with
It's
a
too
cap
much.
on
One
it.
time I was camping and it was the middle of the night. I had to go to the bathroom really bad, but there was this like raccoon bear thing on the outside of the tent. So I just had to do it. And then I had to like throw it out. Anyway,
The bottle break.
Cricket.
Let's move on.
I thought we were going to go around and share our stories right now.
Wrap it up.
Wait, actually, one final question, because this is one that got asked to me recently, and I'm going to bring this to the SEMA, all the live interviews I'm doing at SEMA. But I think it's a fun question. So, and I'll even start it off to get the ball rolling on you. Your favorite car moment.
Car moment?
Yeah. And the reason, I know it's a hard one, right? In a certain respect, because you think of so many of them. And I was thinking about it when I got asked the question the other day. I had some time to think it through, and I went, I can actually think of my exact favorite car moment, and it's in a total shitbox car is the
Tell
funny
me,
part.
what is it?
My first vehicle was my parents used it on our, up where we lived out in the canyons to like haul hay and stuff like that. A little 1976 Ford Courier pickup truck. I guarantee you that thing doesn't make 80 horsepower, right? Then it got passed down. My brother Joe, when he first got his license, Joe drove it. When I got my license, it was mine. And my favorite car moment that I can honestly think of all the fucking outrageous car moments I've had in my life, my favorite car moment was the day I got my driver's license and I got to leave the house by myself in that truck to go hang out with my pals.
Yeah,
That was the coolest.
I remember that the first time where it was
Yeah.
like license is good, you're good to go, and you just drive off.
And
for
you're,
sure.
it's like the first time you have,
an
I mean,
insane
I'm
mo-
still
no,
dependent
it's-
on family and all that, but the reality is it's your first,
taste of freedom. It's like an adult. You feel like an
100%.
adult. Yeah,
100%.
16 years old.
I can go
get in
anywhere
the
right
car-
now.
Yeah,
You go any-
exactly.
oh, it's such a
Yep.
crazy feeling, Sean.
Yeah, you can get in the car and you can go to that Starbucks, whatever you
You
want to
can-
go
whatever
to
you
on
wanna
your
do.
own.
Yeah.
You don't have to ask
And
anyone.
that only
Yeah.
lasts for so long because then you get used to having
Tower
a license and
Records.
driving, and then it becomes like whatever.
Of course, but it's like that first moment.
It's like the first time getting high or getting drunk or getting anything. The
Yeah.
first time you feel something like that, you're like, wow, this is amazing.
I
It's
remember the
funny.
day.
There's a line in a country song. Of course, I'll pull out the country songs, but there's a line in a Riley Green song, and he's talking about all these things he wishes he could do again. And one of the lines is, "I wish I could learn to drive again." Because you think about it, right? Learning to drive is like, it's so fucking rad. And once you
is.
know how to drive, you can't ever learn again.
Yeah.
You know how to do this now. So anyways, that's my, can you guys think of a favorite car
Well,
moment? Or did I just pull it for all of us?
Mine's not PG, so we could skip mine and we can move on to something else.
All right. You got laid in the car. I got it.
Mine,
Stupid.
I mean, we're kind of going back to younger days, right?
Yeah.
50 years ago.
One of my favorite ones was obviously Vicious on the Autobahn.
Oh, that's,
I mean,
yeah,
that
that's
was
for, I think
cherry
yeah.
frickin' on the cake.
Yeah.
But as a younger one,
That's a really good one.
so you guys know that Vera Miles, movie actress,
Yep.
was my legal guardian. So she obviously had a good lifestyle, and we took her Cadillac Fleetwood Brougham out, and she let us and everything. She
Yeah.
lived in Calabasas Park, and I came into the park, taking a left-hand turn with some speed, and into the turn was a sheet of water, like a sprinkler was overflowing, and it went in there. And I knew I was going to lose it, and I spun the Cadillac. That's 20 feet, kind of maybe plus
Yeah.
of length, around twice.
Wow.
Didn't hit anything, stopped, and then there's that moment of that was fucking badass.
Yeah.
And a relief that you didn't hit anyone
Yeah.
or do any damage.
That's a good one.
So
That's a good one.
that's something that I'll always remember.
All right, Josh, we're going to end with you. Now, long story short.
Yeah.
The only one I could think of at the top of my head is probably when I bought my Mustang for the first time, because I knew I wanted it and I saved up and I worked a crazy amount all summer saving up for it. And I would go to sleep looking at pictures of that car, not that specific one, but and then finally having it in my driveway like
Pretty
I
legendary.
did it.
Yeah.
This is mine. Like, whoa.
Yeah.
Pretty legendary.
Yeah, that's pretty much I think that
Yeah.
my moment.
It's a funny thing, you know, and we'll end with this is people that aren't into cars, there's no way to explain it. It's like, you know, people that are into whatever their passion might be, you could talk about it all day long and it doesn't fucking move you, right? But man, when you're into cars, there's just something about it that is the greatest fucking thing.
I think it's one of the greatest passions ever. There's so much. It's
just
so much
like-
more than a car.
It's a version
It
of
is.
you. You know what I mean?
You
Like,
smell it.
And
the
there's
leather,
a generation
the colors.
of young kids that have no interest.
No
My
interest.
next door neighbor, he's, I don't know, third year in college, still doesn't have his driver's license.
Same.
Yeah.
I
You
think
just see
so much.
Ubers pulling up
Yeah.
and him jumping in the
They
back
don't care
seat.
about what their first car. They don't care about driving. They don't. Just,
my brother doesn't really care about cars. He's like, yeah, they're nice.
Yeah.
But like, he's not interested in them. He drives a Golf R, but he's like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool.
Cars and motorcycles are the best.
For me,
Fucking
it's
love
it. Yeah, it's just it.
Motorcycles more for me actually. I just have to stay away from them.
Yeah, I think we discovered you're a motorcycle guy. You're not a car
I've never
guy.
modified cars and fucked around custom. Motorcycles though, all about it. Give me.
You know, I tell you what, I said we were going to end on that, but I saw a really cool video the other day that broke down the benefits of riding a motorcycle. And it was fucking fascinating to me. It had all this statistical information that I went and fact checked to make sure, am I just watching some AI created bullshit or was it legit? How much it drops your stress level.
Oh, yeah.
How much you get the natural endorphins,
Yep.
you know, so there's all these health benefits to it. And it's, and the thing they said, and I know you know this because you're like me, you're a rider, is there's very few things we do in life that have us so focused on the moment that there's no past, there's no future, there's nothing but the moment right now because you have to be hyper focused when you ride a motorcycle. I don't care if it's on an open road where there's nobody else
You're not
or if
eating
you're
a
splitting
hamburger,
lanes.
grabbing for your soft
There's nothing.
drink, having a
Nothing.
smoke.
There's nothing,
No
dude. There's
texting,
literally you have to be
conversations.
focused on keeping your balance, making sure you're in the right gear, your hand position, every element of it. Wind,
Nothing beats it. It's the
temperature,
best.
all the different things that
Forecasting
impact
what's
your
in front of you.
all
right?
of
I
it,
mean, you
dude.
talk
You're
about it all the
so you're
time.
so in the moment
Yeah,
that
but you can also die very easily. That's the
downside.
That's the downside. So like, sure, you get to places
Yeah.
way faster, you know, reduces your stress, but you might die.
It's like
very likely.
It's
to
like those
die.
commercials where it's like, oh, side effects may include.
Yeah, death, diarrhea, everything bad that can happen to you.
But it's
you know?
the best. It's the best. I mean, it's so good for me personally that I haven't ridden for, I think it's been a week and a half now.
You have withdrawals, huh?
Yeah, dude.
You get
Yesterday I
withdrawals,
was up
yeah.
at 4:30 in the morning to go to the cruise, to first meet up with Ruffian and drive over together. When they asked, do we want to go to the second spot or not? It was, yeah, I can't wait to drive the Galaxy more. And then my first thought was, fucks up my plan, because my plan was I was going to be home by 10:30, 11 a.m.,
Yep.
jump on the bike, go for a cruise, and so I didn't actually ride yesterday, and I'm jonesing to ride, and I'm going to miss this entire week, so I'm not going to get a chance to ride.
Jonesing.
I know. Age.
How does that word even come up
I've
for
never
a
even
phrase
heard
like
of that.
that?
Yeah.
I don't know
That's
where
a
that
good one,
came
though.
from,
Versus,
but it's.
I'm atoming.
If someone would
You
have
know
told
what I
me,
mean? Just pick a
No,
random.
see, we say
Kelly
fiending. We're fiending for it.
Yeah.
We're like,
Yeah,
it's
it's definitely an old. It's an old term, that's for
Jonesing.
sure.
But when you guys
Jonesing.
say that, like he's jonesing for some coke or he's jonesing for like
that was a term we used all the time.
if someone would have told me that word
Just
was
to
going to
get outta
be
here.
used
Yeah.
during the
Yeah.
The
podcast,
program going.
I would have never guessed how.
That's so funny.
Nice.
All right, you guys.
Let's wrap it
Well,
up.
thank you guys for hanging out and watching us, man. More to come. We will have guests coming up soon. We've got a grinding next few weeks, so we might miss one or two of these. If we do, hopefully you'll miss us and come back for more. But that's it for today, man.
Sweet.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good job.
Bye bye.